Hello, my name is Dylan Miracle, and this is my Why CTE presentation for my Philosophy of CTE class. My intended audience are math teachers at Patrick Henry High School. CTE for mathematicians. Why math and CTE is the right choice. First of all, what is CTE? CTE is not your daddy's shop class, but maybe it still should be. Uh, Right now, in career and technical education, we teach a lot of pre-engineering classes, computer graphics classes, and we have moved away from a traditional shop and automotive set of classes. Uh, these careers, of course, are not going away and should probably still be taught. This is a result of an all students college ready mandate that has been around for years and slowly dismantled some CTE programs. They've been re-enlivened by pre-engineering and computer graphics style teaching at Patrick Henry. One of the things that CTE is learning to learn, one of the most fundamental skills that follows people throughout their lives. You've probably heard of CTE by other names, industrial arts or vocational tech or VOTech, industrial tech. Many of the programs for specialized training around the state are CTE programs. And CTE, who is CTE for? CTE is for anyone. It's a career-focused program. Having that focus is becoming more and more important. Certifications and trainings are required at all levels. There's many different kinds of certifications. Students can earn these in high school, such as the Microsoft Office Specialist and our articulation programs that give credit through MCTC as well as Project Lead the Way. Another kind of certification that we pursue come through the technical skills assessments that we offer at the end of our courses. In addition, CTE serves special populations. Special populations is the language used in legislation that mandates serving disadvantaged students, English language learners, and many others. Patrick Henry, we do have 90% free and reduced lunch, as well as a large number of English language learners. And from legislation that I will talk about in a little while, CTE has a mandate to serve these populations. Also, CTE can act as a tool to reach struggling students who are having difficulties in their core classes. A lot of times the hands-on learning that happens in career and technical education is a method to reach out to our struggling students. So where did CTE come from? I'm going to give you a brief history of the career and technical education in the United States. And it started with vocational education in the Smith-Hughes Act of 1917. The Smith-Hughes Act provided federal money for vocational training, specifically focused on agriculture and home economics. And this law, in all its forms and changes, is still being felt today as the Carl Perkins Acts, which I'll talk about. One of the next major legislative acts that brought prominence to vocational education was the National Defense Education Act. And this came about once the U.S. got very scared by Sputnik and Russian and Soviet success in the technical arena, and they decided that we needed to focus more on the technical aspects of our own schooling. One of the things that the National Defense Education Act did was it provided specific training for fields that were believed to be important for national defense, as well as financial backing to pursue these careers in higher education. After this, a number of acts, called the Vocational Education Act of 1963, 1968, 1972, and 1976, all of these codified and provided funding for industrial arts, vocational education, and the like, all of them amending and extending each other. Um, and then finally in 1984, we get the Carl D. Perkins Act. And this first one is called the Vocational Education Act and is amended to the Vocational and Applied Technology Act in 1990. This is referred to as Perkins II. And then the Vocational and Technical Education Act, which is referred to as Perkins III. And then the Career and Technical Education Act, which is Perkins IV in 2006. And this is what we are under today. So, where we are now in Perkins IV defines CTE. It gave the name Career and Technical Education to us and solidified that. No longer do we talk about all these as different vocational tech or industrial arts or home economics. We put everything under the umbrella of career and technical education. This also created the consortium structure that we now use. So the consortium is a group that allocates Perkins funding to their members throughout the state, and we have many consortia within the state. Our Perkins coordinator is Wendy Palazzo in Minneapolis Public Schools. The Perkins Consortium is comprised of secondary and post-secondary education institutions, and it provides resources and direction for our career and technical education programs. And we're moving in CTE, moving forward with CTE in the world's best workforce legislation here in Minnesota from 2013. And this is not just applying to career and technical education. Here we've got a number of goals that all children are ready for school, all third graders can read at grade level, all racial and economic achievement gaps between students are closed, and all students are ready for career and college, as well as all of them graduating from high school. And this is going to apply to everybody moving forward. So CTE is right now funded at the 10th grade level and up, and this is probably going to change. And right now in what I teach in Project Lead the Way, there are programs at the middle school level for grade 6 to 8. That's the Gateway to Technology program, as well as a new Project Lead the Way Explorers program for K through 5. And of course, we teach the Pathways to Engineering pre-engineering curriculum here at Patrick Henry. So why is CTE important? So CTE can reinforce core content. It's flexible. We are not in focused instruction. We can focus on many different things. We offer new funding opportunities through our Perkins dollars. We give context to core content. People get to use the math that they learn in math class. And as I'll show you in a second, CTE is shown to boost performance in core content areas when curriculum are integrated. So finally, I'd like to end with a case study in math and CTE. So at Roosevelt High School in Minneapolis, they combined a geometry and a construction class, and it was team taught by math as well as CTE instructors. And it was comprised of a large number of special population students. You had a high degree of poverty as well as English language learners. And after this course, at the beginning of the course, all the students took the MAP test, and then afterwards they took it again. And here you can see the results of the growth of the geometry pathway for our CTE students, and you can see that all but 3 exceeded the typical growth seen nationally. So how can we do that? How can we implement these programs? So the National Research Council has good math and CTE models that we can follow. We can integrate our curriculum uh, if we are not able to have team teaching opportunities because of cost or anything. As well as we need to promote CTE to all our colleagues so that everybody has an idea of this and sees it as a benefit to everybody. Additionally, we need to overcome the stigma associated with CTE that it's for problem kids or that it's for not for people that are planning on going to college. Thank you very much. Here are some very good references. All the data from the case study is taken from Mike Lindstrom's math and CTE presentation he gave last year at this time. And if you need to get in touch with me, here is my contact information. Thank you very much.